thank you so much for giving your time and coming here on time. I know you all are appearing for FENS exam this year or preparing for next year. Okay, what's the objective of this seminar or this session? This high. How much high? Oh, I can get Bahar outside. I think I am at 100% Pati. 99. 99. 96. 96. Okay, you all are in that. Okay. And do you believe that it is achievable? Sure? If you know how to achieve that 100%, will you be able to give your 100%? Yes. Sure? Yes. Okay, let me hear it from the parents. Any parents here? I see some faces. Just raise your hand. So, do you want your child to be, successful in life? And is it important to get 100% marks, 8th, 10th standard? Of course. Yes. So that's the objective and that's the aim and that's the whole concept by our very own author, that we wanted all of us to be here and get some expertise from experts like Bernard sir and Anthony sir, and also from Inmay sir. So we'll hear more about it, but let me first introduce Mr. Paul sir. Also please, a big round of applause for him.
Thank you. First of all, very good evening to all of you, all the respected parents and the VS students. I introduce myself. I am Mr. Anip Kumar All. I am retired principal of SNN High School and Junior College. I am teaching physics for last 35 years and I have been moderator for several years also. Now, the main objective here to organize this program. Actually, I am organizing this program. It's actually what I am doing. I am bringing the experts of the subjects of 10th standard and the students to one platform. The only objective is that the students should score 100% marks in SSC. Actually, students are working very hard. But to score 90 plus, 95 plus and 100% marks, you need proper strategy. You need perfect time management. You need only two things, speed and accuracy. The accuracy you get it only by studying properly, only by studying in a particular methodological manner. And speed depends on your writing skill. Whether you have the examination fear or whether you get distracted by any other thing during examination time in the examination hall. So all these small factors matters a lot. And that's the reason I have arranged this program for you 10th standard students, so that you should not lose a single mark due to so-called silly mistakes. See, when you come out of the examination hall, you always discuss among yourself or you tell your parents, no, I did very silly mistakes. Yes or no? Or actually, I know the answer, but I couldn't write it. It is purely because you lack of writing practice. Okay. Remember, students, your exam will start from 24th of February. So you have 70 to 75 days in your hand. So don't take it 75 days. You take only 70 days. Then how will you prepare in these 70 days? So remember that. You plan it properly. Means what you do now, you are studying for the whole year. Now you know that which lessons you find it very easy and which lessons you find it difficult. For every subject, list of the lessons which you find it very easy. And also list out the lessons which you find difficult. Then you will realize that you find only 1 or 2 lessons difficult for each subject. Am I right? So what you do now, this month, you concentrate only on the easy lessons and very easy lessons. Why I am telling so? That the board question paper consists 75% easy questions. Means board people ask questions who are 75% of easy level, of very level or type questions. So when you prepare these questions very well, when you prepare these lessons very well, you are sure that you will get 75%. Now question is left for the 25%. So what do, after preparing these questions, easy lessons, then you concentrate on the difficult lesson and then you finish it within 4 to 5 days. Means by 2nd of Jan or the 5th of Jan, you will be thorough with your 100% portion of 10th standard. Then your school prelims start. Then write your school prelim accordingly. And see, as I told you earlier, what you need to score 10% marks in SSC, it is only two factors, speed and accuracy. That is possible if you write mini examination in examination atmosphere. So for that, I have formulated two test series, two preliminary examinations, which generally comes from the 12th of December, and the second preliminary examination commences from the 23rd of January. The main objective of this is that your speed must increase, and that too by writing it accurately. And also you need to know your mistakes or the things where you have gone wrong, that to be pointed out by the expert moderators. So the papers which the students write in these two prelim examination, which are already started, one prelim has already started, second prelim starts from the 23rd of January. These papers will be assessed by the moderator. Moderator will put a remark wherever you have gone wrong, what are your weak areas, and then by understanding the remark which has been given by the moderator, you concentrate on your weak areas, and then in the school prelim examination, you overcome these hurdles. Means now what happens, this first prelim which you are writing in this week and the next week, and the school prelim exam which you write it in the first week or the second week of January. So these two prelims are your preparation prelims. Now when you write your school preliminary examination, you are 100% sure about your result. Then 23rd of January, second prelim starts. And all the questions on the examinations are on the auto credits. So that second preliminary examination of ours will be a perfection preliminary examination. That preliminary examination get over by 8th of February. Means by 8th of February, you will be thoroughly prepared for your board examination. Still you have 16 days in hand. So you can utilize your 70 days in this manner. I hope all of you must understood the mechanism of this prelim examination or the planning of this examination. And one more thing, suppose you have 1 day holiday between two papers. So what do you do? When you have 1 day holiday, means actually you have 1.5 day holiday. So that a half day you prepare all the difficult lessons once again, and then 1 full day which is left out, revise the full syllabus. And the most important, that before you go to bed, for last 1 hour, you revise all the topics that you have studied in the whole day. You confirm yourself that yes, I am confident with these topics. So with this, you will feel very confident on the day of examination. You go early to the examination center. Moment you get the answer sheet in your hand, you fill up all the necessary information required for the board people, and wait for the question paper. Moment you get the question paper, take only 2 to 3 minutes to scan the question paper and start writing. Always remember, you have to finish your board paper within about 20 minutes less time. Means if it is a 3-hour paper, 3 hours is 3 into 60 minutes, it comes to 180 minutes. Am I right? So minus 20 makes 160 minutes. So your 3-hour paper must be finished in 160 minutes, and 2-hour paper must be finished in 100 minutes. As I told you earlier, you need only speed and accuracy for this. And when your proper speed is there, when you prepare the way I told you just now, definitely you'll write all the answers very accurately. I hope you all follow with this, and thank you once again for being the part of this program today, and wish you all the best for your examination. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. You will get something like this circulated. We are procedure of circulating this. This includes something about the master's SSC test series, something that Walter was just talking about. And without much ado, let's come. Anyway, just before getting into the speaker, our guest speaker, what's your favorite subject? Is it maths? Science. Science. Interesting. Okay, how many for science? Amazing. And how many for maths? So 50-50. It's a tie. Okay. So maybe for those who think maths is their favorite subject, probably science is a little hard for them. No? Yes. For those who like maths. So maybe in line with that, let's request Mr. Bernard sir, who is expert in science, and he would be sharing his expertise, some tips, some quick things that probably everyone as a student while appearing for exam should do. Sir, let me for you to see. With a big round of applause.
Good evening, parents, and good evening, students. Two claps I would like to have today this evening. First clap for the parents, and the clap. Second round of applause for all the students who have come to attend the hearings. Thank you so much. So I have heard Paul sir speaking about something important and what are the terms, what are the regulations, what are the X and what are the Z for the examination. And then we have a wonderful speaker also. She also told you and made you aware of all what are the terms that you should keep in mind. But at the same time, she asked you all, what are your favorite subjects? So most of you said it is maths, it's algebra and geometry. So I think so I should not bother about it, I should not worry about it. Because I have realized it's all about maths, whether it is science 1, algebra, geometry, science 1, science 2, whatever. It's all about your intellectual level. So, yes, I am a moderator for science from last 25 years. And we have maths also, as the student know very well, right from the lesson 1, gravitation, and then we move on to electric current, and then we have heat, and many lessons are there. Lenses we have, where we share lot of mathematical formulas and all that. Sure, thank you so much. And at this juncture, I must say that you should love all the subject in order to score good percentage. Yes or no, children? Not only maths, but yes, you all will start liking maths, and you will be there in Hindi, Marathi, and then if you be there in Hindi, Marathi, your percentage will also go down. Which language is perfect with you all? Hindi, Marathi or English? Should I switch on to Hindi also a little bit so that you can understand? तो अगर आप लोग मैथ्स बोल रहे हो, सिर्फ मैथ्स करते रहोगे रातों दिन, तो फिर साइंस को करेगा, साइंस 1 कौन करेगा, साइंस 2 कौन करेगा, हिंदी कौन करेगा, मराठी कौन करेगा. तो अगर ओवरऑल परसेंटेज आपको चाहिए, अच्छे कॉलेज में एडमिशन चाहिए, तो आपको ओवरऑल परसेंटेज होना ही पड़ेगा इनिशियल स्टेज. ये आपका 10th स्टैंडर्ड जो है इनिशियल स्टेज है. दिस इज द बेस, दिस इज अ फाउंडेशन वेयर योर चाइल्ड is going to make her future or his future ahead. So if you make your foundation strong, later on that maths and Hindi and English and literature, that is the latter part. But here the parents should understand one thing, that you all should excel fundamentally, categorically in the field of education, getting good marks. And then the segregation comes like maths, science and all that. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. First of all, I should thank Paul sir for giving me an opportunity to come here and speak about it. Thank you, Paul sir. And second important thing, I have my colleague Anthony sir here. So he's from the same church. We both are from the same church, and he's Anthony sir. Yeah. So he's my junior, I should say, right? Okay. So we are from the same school, St. Joseph's. We are from the same school. Let's not wasting time. Let's start the session. So I have divided this Science 1 session into 3 sections. First is understanding about science. So now here children, see I have made this PPT, science lecture. Yeah. So now here you see atoms, chemical testing and formulas and all that. But now the world is changing. The world is changing. Now we will understand what is science about. Okay? So now let's see. First, science is about understanding. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by understanding? I have been teaching in my school from last 25 years. We are teaching and teaching and teaching. Nobody pays attention. In the class of 60 to 70 students, there will be very few who will be concentrating what I am teaching or I am explaining to them. Most of the crowd will be engaged in talking. I don't know what they talk, God only know, but they talk. Definitely they talk and they do not pay attention to the study. So first thing children, you should understand. Understanding means the knowledge of comprehension of scientific principle and process. Okay? Whatever is being taught, you need to have knowledge of that and comprehension. Okay? So let's talk about comprehension and understanding. I talk about classification of elements. Okay? Teacher is teaching you all that thing, everything perfectly, and then I say, name any 2 elements of the 3rd row. Now if you do not know what is the first row, second row and 3rd row element, because you are busy talking there with your friends, you will never answer this question. That is why the knowledge and the comprehension of any topic is important. It involves grasping relations, articulating relations. What do you mean by articulating? What do you mean by articulating relations? Articulating means expressing ideas clearly. Expressing your ideas clearly. Okay? Now, what is the difference between Moseley's modern table and the Mendeleev's table? You should know. You should have the ability to differentiate them. If not, then your study will be of no use. That's what I meant about scientific comprehension and scientific principles. It also speaks about building knowledge. Building knowledge. That will come only when you listen to the teacher carefully. Second is about evaluation. Do you evaluate yourself, children? Do you evaluate yourself? How do you evaluate yourself? When you go home, do you evaluate yourself? No. You throw your bag and immediately either you are engaged with watching TV or favorite mobile or whatever, I do not know. But you need to have little time to evaluate about yourself. Evaluation means, what did I learn today? What did I learn today? Okay? What has been taught to me and whether I'm grasping that or not. Evaluation means gradation, what grades we get, how can one improve and excel their grades in science. Okay? So that grades improvement means first unit test, I happen to get very less marks. Do you have the understanding to speak to your own self and to evaluate your own self, saying that, okay, next time, next examination, I will do better. This is called evaluation. So one topic I am not understanding, do you speak to yourself that I do not understand this topic, next time I will go to my teacher and I will make things clear. If your evaluation level is good, children, 100%, as you said, you will score 90 plus. Because just now it is being asked, what will the percentage you would like to score? All of you said 90 plus. Yes, agree. But these are the pointers which you would have to pay attention to. Next is, science is about perception and learning. Science is about perception and learning. Perception means recognizing and interpreting senses. Senses means what? You interpret senses. For example, I say, what do you mean by right hand rule and left hand rule? See, when I'm speaking about right hand rule and left hand rule, you are just only listening. You are listening to it, but you are not recognizing and interpreting the senses. Children, have you understand what I'm saying? You understand? So, right hand rule and left hand rule. So, when I say this, something happens to your mind. Do you have the ability to recognize this and interpret the senses that is being spoken? If yes, 90%, 100% sure for you. So, while learning this, the second part, perception, you understood. Second part is about learning. Second part is about learning. Now, what do you mean by learning, children? Learning means the ability to concentrate the perceived senses. Okay? Now, you have learned about modern periodic table. What is modern periodic table, children? The properties of the elements and the periodic functions of the atomic masses. Yeah, I was just checking you. I know. So that's how you make. You see, when I say wrong, you perceive it. You say something is going wrong. Yes or no? Moseley speaks about atomic number. Mendeleev speaks about atomic masses. And later on, he realized through Moseley that atomic mass has got nothing to do with the chemical reaction. It is only the atomic number. And then we get to learn something about electronic configuration also. Yes or no, children? So that's what the perception means. So you have to study like this. If you by heart it, very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. You have to by heart the formulas, yes, of course. You have to learn the formulas. Okay, so you can by heart the route. From Pune to Bombay, you can by heart the route, but you cannot by heart the understanding and the knowledge. That you have to understand. What is, how magnesium, suppose I give you three elements, sodium, magnesium and aluminum. Which one will be the most reactive? Why? Why? Because I have realized as a teacher, yet I am speaking with you, I am also learning many things from you. Because lesser the number of electron in the outermost shell, greater will be the reactivity. Yes or no? Yes or no? Sodium has 281, magnesium has 282, aluminum has 283. So outermost shell has 1, 2 and 3. Lesser the number of electron in the outermost shell, greater will be the reactive. So you have to study this way, children, recognizing and interpreting senses by learning these ability to concentrate the perceived senses. Now we'll up the second part. Okay? How to learn science. That is important. How to learn science. First and important thing is read your book carefully. Read your book carefully. Which book to read? Navneet Digest, Jeevan Deep publication, Target. There are thousands of publications for coming and giving you the copies, yes or no? And I believe the favorite one is Digest. Everyone uses it. And in my school also they are using it. Okay, you use it, but you know who is the source of all these books? Who is the source of all these books? Do you know, children? Textbook. टेक्स्ट बुक को अगर तुम लोग ध्यान से पढ़ते हो तो अपने आप समझ में आएगा डाइजेस्ट में भी आप लोग ध्यान से पढ़ते हो फिर चोरी का है आज जाओ घर में लोग डाइजेस्ट खोल के देखना है क्या लिखा है उसमें और आपको रियलाइज होगा कि जो कुछ टेक्स्ट बुक में लिखा है वो ही डाइजेस्ट में है सिर्फ उसको फ्रैगमेंट करके किया है इसीलिए वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज अपने टेक्स्ट बुक को ध्यान से पढ़ना है जो गवर्नमेंट ने दिया है उसी टेक्स्ट बुक को पढ़ो इसमें एक लॉजिक है उसका लॉजिक ऐसा है अभी हम लोग को सब सिटीज में रहते हैं अपने पास पूरा अवेलेबिलिटी है अभी आप लोग बोलोगे मम्मी को मुझे डाइजेस्ट लाके दे दो मुझे चाहिए अभी क्या भी एग्जाम है तो मम्मी पापा आपको लाके दे देंगे बट व्हाट अबाउट द रूरल पीपल हु आर इन द विलेज दे डोंट हैव द एक्सेस दे डोंट हैव मनी दे आर द फार्मर्स दे आर वेरी पुअर पीपल यस और नो यस और नो उनको बोलेंगे आप डाइजेस्ट लाके दो डाइजेस्ट का कीमत भी अभी 200 के ऊपर नहीं है नीचे नहीं है यस और नो 200 रुपए का एक डाइजेस्ट है तो 4 कितना हो 1000 1500 आप गरीब आदमी को बोलो जाओ मेरे लिए लाके दो इसीलिए गवर्नमेंट ने स्ट्रैटेजी किया है कि जो कुछ हम करेंगे, whether it is setting of the paper और जो कुछ हमको करना है, हम करेंगे टेक्स्ट बुक में से। हम करेंगे टेक्स्ट बुक तो मुफ्त में देते हैं गवर्नमेंट स्कूल को। आप लोग तो इधर प्राइवेट स्कूल हो, जो पता नहीं गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में होगी नहीं, मगर जो टेक्स्ट बुक दिया जाना है बाकी लोगों को, जो रूरल गांव में है, उन लोगों को फ्री में दिया जाता है। तो गवर्नमेंट ने डिसाइड किया कि उनको ना डिस्टर्ब हो, ना किसी प्रकार का मॉनिटरी एक्सपेंसेस उनको हो, तो सेटिंग ऑफ द पेपर विल बी फ्रॉम द टेक्स्ट बुक। एंड आई एम गिविंग यू द अश्योरेंस फ्रॉम लास्ट 25 years, I can say everything is set from the textbook. I challenge you, any of you stand up and tell me, no sir, this has not been given from the, yes, intellectual, जैसे मैं आपको बोला ना, जो perceive करते हो, intellectual level तो थोड़ा होना चाहिए ना, अब जैसे बोला कि सर अब मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल में 118 एलिमेंट सेट किया गया, तो you will learn all 118 एलिमेंट। Will you learn all 188? No. So there is a understanding. You know what to do. As Paul said, SSC board have already set the lessons. ये लेसन के लिए इतना मार्क्स है, ये लेसन के लिए इतना मार्क्स है, ये लेसन के लिए इतना मार्क्स है। तो कुछ तो टेक्निक होगा ना। अब ऐसे जैसे एसएससी बोर्ड हो रहा है, ग्रेविटेशन के लिए 3 मार्क है और कार्बन कंपाउंड के लिए 8 मार्क है, तो ऐसा भी उससे जाकर मैं झगड़ा करूंगा एसएससी बोर्ड में, आपने इसको 3 मार्क और 5 मार्क क्यों दिया? इसमें कुछ लॉजिक बन रहा है क्या? लॉजिक ऐसा है कि बच्चों को आगे when you go to 11th standard, 12th standard, how a particular lesson will be useful to you, that is being taken. So you can study creative wise. There is no harm. Understood? Okay, so that is what I said. Give preference to your textbook. First thing, foremost. Now, अभी याद रख लो, घर में जाके टेक्स्ट बुक को ध्यान से पढ़ना है। कैसे पढ़ना है? एक पेज नंबर पढ़ लिया, उसमें से देखो मैं कितना क्वेश्चन बना सकता हूं। एक पैराग्राफ मैंने पढ़ा, उस पैराग्राफ को पढ़ने के बाद मैं कितना क्वेश्चन बना सकता हूं, इज योर इंटेलेक्चुअल लेवल। इंटेलेक्चुअल मतलब क्या, कौन बोलेगा? इंटेलेक्चुअल्स, आई कॉल यू पेरेंट्स हियर गैदर्ड हु ऑल आर हियर, आई कॉल देम इंटेलेक्चुअल्स। व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ इंटेलेक्चुअल? टेल मी, who raise your hand. Raise the hand. Intellectual means what? Intellectuals means what? Intellectual means wise people. Intellectual means बुद्धिमान लोग, बुद्धिमान जो बुद्धि को समझते हैं। ओके, बुद्धि समझते हैं क्या करना है, कैसे करना है। ठीक है, अभी इधर से मुझे पूना से बॉम्बे जाना है, उधर ब्लॉक हो गया रोड, तो उधर ही देखिए रोते बैठते हैं, दूसरा रास्ता ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि नहीं पड़ेगा, ऑल्टरनेट कुछ करना पड़ेगा कि नहीं। सो दैट इज कॉल्ड इंटेलेक्चुअल। अगर मैं इधर रोता बैठता तो आई एम नॉट एन इंटेलेक्चुअल, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू फाइंड मीन्स। सो यू से आई डोंट हैव टेक्स्ट बुक, आई एम नॉट स्टडीइंग ममा, आई डोंट हैव डाइजेस्ट, अदर पीपल कम विद द डाइजेस्ट, आई एम नॉट स्टडीइंग ममा, आई डोंट वांट टू स्टडी। सो दिस इज नॉट इंटेलेक्चुअल, दिस इज just a habit of getting run away from the responsibility. You need to be responsible. Okay, now take notes. As I told you, read the book here, because textbook is only the source of all reference book calculated in the market, whether it is Digest, Navneet, Jeevandeep or Korno. Know your syllabus well. SSC board has given in the marking system that I already spoken, and then take note or make your own note. Very, very important. Today you go home and check. I don't promise you, you will get 90%. Check today, make questions. Now algebra also, x plus y, so you now quadratic equation, you now linear equation. Do you make your own questions in algebra, geometry? Do you think that, okay, in the textbook this question is being given this way, can I try something else? Will this way it will come? If you think that way, definitely you score good marks. Okay? So that is gone. Take notes, make your own notes, study in groups. Okay, now this is a very, very, what you can say, tempting topic. Study in groups. There are 2 aspects to it. One is you tend to get good company, but if the company is bad, then I would say better you stay at home and study. Right? Okay. Group. We used to study in group B. We all student. When I was in 10th standard, used to go to somebody's house, and when I have so many students. Okay, they switch on. This week I'm coming to you. Next week you come to me. You will sit down and study. But then, if you close the door and keep watching reels, then you one is kind of what kind of groups you are creating. Then your mother and father will say, "Oh, my daughter is busy studying. There somebody wants to go. Hey, don't disturb them. They're studying for the SSC board examination." And inside now all of reels and I don't know what is happening. But that is not a good company. So I'm talking about good company. Make good company, then you will get very good percentage in your board examination. Write and learn. Very, very important and effective way of learning. Do you write and learn, children? Do you write and learn? Classification of carbon. Okay, now tell me, suppose I burn something, it emits yellow flame, and I burn something, it emits a blue flame. What it will be? Saturated hydrocarbon or unsaturated? Saturated hydrocarbon, which flame? Yellow flame? And unsaturated?
Yellow
Blue
flame.
flame. Okay, saturated and unsaturated, all that gives you smell is saturated or unsaturated? Saturated or unsaturated? Phenol, Dettol, saturated or unsaturated? Saturated? It is unsaturated. They all are aromatic. देखा ये है intellectual level. अगर नियम पढ़ते थे तो फिर क्या है इसमें एग्जाम में लिखो है saturated and you tend to lose marks there. तो फिर पढ़ाई तो क्या मतलब है? पढ़ाई तो क्या मतलब है? सोचना तो पड़ेगा ना. Okay, so all the things carbon compound which can even phenolphthalein balls. डामर बोली बोलते हैं ना उसको कपड़े में रखते हैं. That is what बोलो saturated unsaturated. Unsaturated because it gives you smell. Write and learn, children. Write and learn. It is very important. Classification of element. उसमें भी देखो ये है functional group है, homologous series है. ये सारे को learn करके पढ़ना पड़ेगा, लिख कर भी पढ़ना पड़ेगा. Writing help. Okay, क्यों लिख के पढ़ना पड़ेगा? Because this method makes the information stick in your memory. Stick in your memory. जब तुम्हारा favorite गाना सुनते हो, कोई भी गाना हो, पहला बार सुनो दिमाग में रहता है, वापस सुनो नया मीनिंग मालूम पड़ता है, तीसरी बार सुनो और कुछ ज्यादा मालूम, फोर्थ टाइम सुनो यू लर्न इट मोर. तुम्हारा ब्रेन इज इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक impulses, so it receives once twice. The more you give work to your brain, the more it will sustain for good and stick it in the memory. Writing helps us monitor what we know. Okay, it helps us to monitor. Monitor just the dispersion of light. Dispersion of white light is a combination of 7 colors. White light is a combination of 7 colors. Science is interesting. Science is wrong. It is interesting. Imagine I don't have light, will you be able to see my face? So white light is a combination of 7 colors. 7 color is a combination of white light, yes or no? Yes. There are various type of lights. Orange light, red light, green light. In the aquarium you keep light, yes or no? The plants survive there. So do we give white light? Do it so the plants survive yet? Now see the wavelength of this time. Learn with understanding. Write down and learn. Writing helps the monitor what we know and causes us to engage in retrieval practices. Retrieval practices. You will come to know. Today I have written the definition. Today I have written the definition. You take a picture of point. Just take 1 or 2. Now you are taking picture of mine. Okay. So 1 or 2, like write down the definition. Next day, when you read the definition, you will understand. Oh, see, this is what is missing there, right? So it keeps in your retrieval mode. Everything will be aligned. Okay. Now we will come to the last part of it: how to score good grades, how to score good marks in the examination. First and foremost, wear good I'm coming here with a torn pant and torn shirt and say, I will, sir, who's this now? Who's come to give the lecture? They say, no. Then you asking, who's come to give the lecture, sir? आपने किसको बुलाया lecture देने के लिए? तो मेरा presentation ठीक होना चाहिए कि नहीं होना चाहिए? उसी तरीके से एसएससी बोर्ड में जब पेपर आप लोग लिखते हो तो उसका प्रेजेंटेशन भी एकदम तगड़ा होना चाहिए. प्रेजेंटेशन एकदम डिसिप्लिन, क्लीन एंड टाइडी होना चाहिए. अभी तो खैर एसएससी बोर्ड का मेरे पास पेपर नहीं है, नहीं तो मैं आपको लास्ट अभी कहता था लोग पेपर कैसा लिखते हैं. इतना सा लिखेंगे, उसको स्क्रैच करेंगे, ऐसे जोर से स्क्रैच करेंगे और उसको आखिरी पेज पे लिखेंगे. उसको नहीं वो किसी से पूछेंगे ये आंसर है, कॉफी छीनते तो होता ही ना, ये बोल रहा है इसका आंसर ये है, वो क्यों लिखा तूने, तो उसको स्क्रैच करेंगे. जो लास्ट पेज पे लिखा उसको स्क्रैच करेंगे, फिर बीच में इधर लिख देंगे उसका आंसर. दिस इज नॉट द वे. ऐसा क्यों होता है? बिकॉज यू चीट, यू आस्क वन अनदर. फिर एग्जामिनर को, मेरे को क्या, मॉडरेटर का काम है, एग्जामिनर का काम है, मैं पूछा क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 का सेकंड क्वेश्चन का है last page पे. Okay, then I have to search the last page. I have to search for the last page. Question number 3 का first page, first answer का है first page में. तो ये मिक्सिंग नहीं होना चाहिए. ओके, क्योंकि पेपर करने वाला की आपके डैडी में जैसा टीचर ही है ना, उसका काम बढ़ाओ, उसका काम कम करो. पेपर प्रेजेंटेशन इज द बैकबोन. एकदम डिसिप्लिन में लिखो. न्यू क्वेश्चन ऑन अ न्यू पेज. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1A न्यू पेज. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1B न्यू पेज. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2A न्यू पेज. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2B न्यू पेज. एसएससी बोर्डाकडे पैसे आहे ते पेपर देतात. ठीक आहे. दादा तुम्ही म्हणणार सर आमच्याकडे आमच्या शाळेमध्ये सप्लिमेंट देत नाही. ठीक आहे, नो प्रॉब्लेम. एसएससी बोर्डाकडे खूप पेपर्स आहेत. मी स्वतः गेलेलो आहे सुपरविजनला. खूप पेपर. तुम्हाला जितके पेपर द्यायचे देणार आहे आम्ही, परंतु प्रेझेंटेशन मात्र डिसिप्लिन वे. पेपर लिहिताना खूप काळजीपूर्वक लिहा. ओके, तुम्हाला माहिती आहे ना, फिल इन द ब्लँक्स फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट तुम्ही लिहिला, त्याला कट केलं, दुसऱ्यांदा लिहिलं, येस नो. दुसऱ्याचं पण लिहिलं आणि ते पण रब केलं आणि थर्ड लिहिलं आणि थर्ड पण रब करून फोर्थ लिहिलं, तर एसएससी बोर्ड ते गृहीत धरत नाही. आलं लक्षात? यानी ये लड़कों को पता ही नहीं है क्या कर रहा है, ये इधर उधर सूखे ये रब करते हैं. तो आंसर करेक्ट भी होगा तो हमको एसएससी बोर्ड में बोला जाए कि ये आंसर का आपका एक्सेप्ट मत, भले ही वो करेक्ट आंसर हो, क्योंकि इसका खत्म हो गया. फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड, अभी ये थोड़ी लिखने वाला है पूरा. तो ये सब काम नहीं करना है. प्रेजेंटेशन नीट होना चाहिए. भले ही पुराने कपड़े हो, नो प्रॉब्लम, मगर उसको अच्छे तरीके से साफ करके आयत करके उसको आप देख सकते हो. ये सुनो, जरूरी तो नहीं है कि सलमान खान ने जो जैकेट पे वो मैं बैठ के घूमूं, कोई जरूरी नहीं है. जो अपने पास है उसको ही पूरी तरीके से ढंग से साफ सुथरे तरीके से रहो, लोग आपको पसंद करेंगे. इसी तरह से पेपर लिखना है तो पेपर लिखते टाइम भी प्रेजेंटेशन बहुत जरूरी है. लास्ट पॉइंट लूंगा चिल्ड्रन जर्मनी. ओके, उसके बाद प्रेजेंटेशन जरूरी है. और कीप योर पेपर क्लीन एंड टाइडी. ड्रॉ 1 इंच मार्जिन टू लेफ्ट एंड राइट. इधर पे 1 इंच छोड़ो, इधर पे 1 इंच छोड़ो, इधर पे तुम्हारा लॉक को अगर फॉर्मूला करना है तो इधर लिखो 1 इंच में, इधर 1 इंच छोड़ के, क्योंकि अगर डेफिनेशन बड़ा भी है तो व्हेन यू रिड्यूस द मार्जिन इट विल लुक बिग. It will look big. Yes or no? Yes or no? It will push. And then the book matter, whatever is there, leave. एक लाइन छोड़ो उसको, एक लाइन छोड़ो. कभी पार में लिखते लिखते याद आ गया, अरे now I have to understand these are the rules of reflection. थर्ड, 2 रूल का थर्ड याद है तो अभी याद आ गया मेरे को. तो ये थोड़ा जो चला छोड़ा है उसको बाद में लिख सकते हो. यस और नो. तो ये ब्यूटी है, ये टिप्स दे रहा हूं. लिख को थोड़ा जगह छोड़ देने का, 2 लाइन छोड़ देने का, क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 कर लेगा और कंटिन्यू करने का. उसको मार्जिन छोड़ो, जिसे मार्जिन छोड़ने को बोला आपको, वो मार्जिन छोड़ा है लेफ्ट एंड राइट. ठीक है. डू नॉट पैनिक. यूज अ गुड क्वालिटी पेन. डू नॉट पैनिक. डर के एक लड़का ने बाहर कोड रहता है, होलोग्राम स्टिकर होता है ना, आपको बताएंगे वो लोग होलोग्राम स्टिकर. वो लड़का डर के होलोग्राम स्टिकर पूरा पेपर में चिपका दिए और डर के मैंने पूरा पेपर पढ़ गया. तो वो पैनिक, वो डर के वजह से उसने जो याद किया था वो भी भूल गया। एक एग्जांपल देना आपको, लास्ट मिनट एक एग्जांपल देना। एक लड़की, टैलेंटेड लड़की, थ्रू आउट इन माई स्कूल शी यूज्ड टू गेट 90 यूनिट टेस्ट, कम्युनल एग्जामिनेशन, प्रीलिमिनरी एग्जामिनेशन 90+ किया। और फिर माँ मैं एसएससी बोर्ड को गई, उसका मराठी का पेपर था, मराठी के लिखने के बाद ब्लैंक हो गई, ब्लैंक हो गई। अब आप सोचो जो लड़का 90% ले रहा है वो ब्लैंक कैसे होगा? वो गया और उसको याद ही नहीं आ रहा, जो उसने जो पढ़ा था उसको बिल्कुल भी याद नहीं आ रहा। सो दिस इज कॉल्ड ब्रेन फॉग। अब जब आप डर में आते हो या आपका फुर्दन लगता है, यू टेक टू लूज योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, यू टेक टू लूज योर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, सो यू डोंट हैव टू पैनिक, you don't have to panic. And if at all ink change, अगर ink change करते हो तो ask examiner to sign for it. Enter supplement number very carefully. Supplement number देखो कितना supplement आप लोग दे रहे हो, उसको count करके main answer पे लिखना है। Do not staple, ये बहुत जरूरी है। Do not staple your answer paper. ये देखो मैंने staple करके लाया है। असं स्टेपल करायचं नाही, कारण काय, हे आम्ही पॅक करताना अँथनी सर नोज व्हेन वी पैक द पेपर देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी टू स्टेपल, क्या एखादा सप्लीमेंट निकल गया, ये सुनो अभी वो निकल के किधर गया एसएससी बोर्ड में, वो ढूंढना पड़ेगा, देखना पड़ेगा किसका है क्या है, अगर वो सीखना मिलेगा तो ठीक है, नहीं तो फिर किसका है ये। तो इसीलिए उसको टाई करो, टाई करो, ठीक है। टाई कैसे करोगे? 1 इंच अंदर। अभी बहुत से बच्चे मेरे स्कूल में इधर टाई देते, इधर इधर एकदम कोने में, वो पेपर खींच के लेने पूरा पेज निकल जाता है, ठीक है। ये सुनो, तो उसको टाई करोगे कहाँ? एकदम पूरा 1 इंच के अंदर यहाँ टाई करना है, सो दैट ऑल योर सप्लीमेंट्स अलोंग विद द आंसर शीट विल रिमेन इंटैक्ट। ओके, सो दैट इज दिस, दैट चिल्ड्रन आंसर रिटन इन पॉइंट्स, पॉइंट में लिखो, आंसर्स पॉइंट में लिखो, जैसे रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट, जैसे मेंडलीव, यू टॉक अबाउट मेंडलीव मेरिट्स एंड डीमेरिट्स, माहिती की नाही, मेरिट्स एंड डीमेरिट्स माहिती की नाही मेंडलीवचे, ओके। तर त्याला त्याच्यामधून आता ते मेंडलीवचे फर्स्ट 3 पॉइंट डीमेरिट्स घ्या आणि मेरिट्स घ्या, त्याच्यानंतर इम्पॉर्टंट पॉइंट्स यू कॅन अंडरलाइन, important points you can underline, like isotopes, he has not even taste for isotopes, beryllium and cadmium, उसको space फिर हाइड्रोजन को चला नहीं मिला तो मेंडलीव, तो वो पूरा जो पॉइंट है अगर अंडरलाइन करते हो तो बेटर रहेगा, हमारे लिए ठीक रहेगा वो पढ़ने के लिए, ठीक है। और आखिरी में राइट सफिशिएंट पॉइंट, जैसे 4 मार्क का कोई क्वेश्चन है तो कितना पॉइंट लिखोगे ज्यादा से ज्यादा? हाँ, तो आधा मार्क का 1 पॉइंट, हाफ मार्क तक ऐसे कैलकुलेट रखो माइंड में, ज्यादा लिखते हो तो बेटर है, मगर हाफ मार्क का 1 पॉइंट कैलकुलेट करके आप रुक चलो, वो हिसाब से वो क्या कर देना। और यू कैन ड्रॉ फिगर्स वेन एवर नेसेसरी, मैनेज योर टाइम, टाइम मैनेजमेंट Paul sir has spoken, so I will also speak, I will also repeat the same. Time management is very, very crucial and very, very important. Why? Because you have been given only 2 hours. ऐसे नो 2 hours में टाइम पास करना, पेंसिल को शार्पन करना, ये मांगना वो मांगना, उसमें तो टाइम जाएगा ही जाएगा। तो मैं बोलता हूँ 2 आपके पेपर में लास्ट वाला जो 20 मिनट्स है वो 20 मिनट्स आप रिकैपिचुलेशन और रिविजन और गोइंग टू इट, मैंने ठीक से ढंग से लिखा है कि नहीं, सब कुछ ठीक से लिखा है, वो होता है, हो सकता है आपको पूरा आंसर पता और आपने गलत लिखा, हो सकता है, इट्स क्वाइट पॉसिबल। ओके, तो लेटर ऑन आपको रियलाइजेशन हो गया ये आंसर होना चाहिए, ये तो गलत है, तो फिर वापस से आप आगे आते हो उसको करेक्ट कर सकते हो। दिस विल हैपन इन द रिकैपिचुलेशन राउंड, in the revision round. Okay, children, so here we come to the end of the session. Thank you so much, parents, and thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. This was very interesting, enlightening, and thank you for the languages. कारण त्याच्यामुळे असं होतं की फरक पडतो काय महत्त्वाचं आहे काय, आणि दिस वॉज व्हेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. आय नॉट से बऱ्याचशा काही गोष्टी आपल्याला माहीत असतात, बट इफ यू लिसन टू इट अगेन तुम्हाला काय आणखी जास्त प्रकारे समजता. वी हॅव अँकरी सर फॉर ऑल दोज हू आर फॅन अबाउट मॅथमॅटिक्स. So he is here for you. He's going to share some tips and tricks. Sir, over to you.
A very good evening, especially on this weekend. they're spending a weekend for this valuable lecture. So first of all, we thank all the organizers, especially Paul sir and all those who have coordinated for this session. So first, I would just give an introduction. How many of you are every day under pressure? Every day. Even I am there. So we all are under pressure. Why? Reason why? Maths. Phobia. Sometimes we go blind. No matter we study very well, we go blind. Third, pressure. Now we'll go step by step. We come from higher towards lower. Management of the school. 10th standard. You come to 10th standard, it's like a great thing we have done. Then, pressure of the principal, pressure of the class teacher, pressure of parents. My daughter, my son is in 10th standard. Especially, now very important, for last 9 years, the relatives did not take care of me. But when you are in 10th standard, Tatachi mulgi, Davi. Mamacha mulgi, Davi. The Davi is popping on you. Sometimes even when parents they go to purchase vegetable, only one thing, Tai, mulgi kai karti? Davi. Yes. Mulga bag karto? Davi. And suddenly, if you go to that same shopkeeper, he will ask you, Davi, and he will stare at you. You will see the appearance of this. Is it true? Yes. So this Davi 1 year mission. Now it's coming to an end, three months mission. Mid-December, from tomorrow onwards, Jan, Feb. Feb में board exam है, 21st का Feb declare. Timetable is out of the state board. So for this, in maths, two important leaves. Like to study maths and how to study maths. So let's revise because practically 90% of the syllabus has been completed in your school. Some schools they have started the prelims, some may start in the month of Jan. But 90% syllabus is coming to an end. So we will just have a plans. What are we supposed to study? Because our A is, as the speakers all have told, and our A is 90 plus. And if you see this 90 plus, it is easier to score. It's not a very big deal. Only important thing is hard work and consistency. Two things. And for maths, every day only minimum 1 hour of practice is input. Only 1 hour. And the best time is post dinner. Post dinner means what? Like when you have your dinner, रात का खाना खा लेते say at around 9:30, 10 o'clock. 10 to 10 15, relax. So by 10 to 15, अपना dinner हम है. Sit for 1 hour of maths. Today algebra, tomorrow geometry. Algebra, geometry. Algebra, geometry. So if you see, even 10:30 to 11:30 is not a problem. 1 hour we get. Like for Snapchat every day, one streak is compulsory. नहीं तो क्या होता है? Break. And when it is break, how angry you get on your friend? All agree? So like this, 1 hour of practice every. If you break, you are not in touch with the syllabus. Very important. And see, students, only 2 months to study. January, February, March में exam खत्म होगा. Maths to max, March 31st, election everything. Like from April 8 तारीख कोई आपको बोलेगा चलो मैथ्स का बुक खोल के देखेंगे रिवाइज एक्सेप्ट इफ यू आर अपियरिंग और एंट्री इज कलेक्टेड बाकी तो कोई बोलेगा चलो रिवाइज सो वॉट एवर इज देयर मेक मैक्सिमम यूज ऑफ इट April, May, June, July full vacation and in April 10 days only you say मैं अभी बोर हो गई क्या करूँ so like the proverb says, Rome cannot be built in one day. Same thing, our academics, we have to wait. Because they say that SSC mark sheet, you cannot change in life till your own say. See, girls, later on, study can be changed, everything can be changed. But mark sheet cannot be changed. You can ask your parents in 10th standard if they got 80%, next 20 years also after that, they will get 80%. 80 का 85 नहीं होता कि 40 साल हो गया चलो मार्कशीट चेंज no. So marksheet is the first authentic proof of your learning and it's the first certificate practically. So let's make it the first. Got it? So shall we proceed? Okay, now lesson number 1 says linear equation with one variable. Now, if you see in this lesson, there are 3 parts of the lesson. First, it says graphical method. Now, in graphical method, what's the main thing? It is all about coordinate system. In 9th standard, we have studied coordinate system career. Same, it is followed in 10th standard. No change. And important things are point of origin while plotting, arrows, x-axis, y-axis, and meaning of 3 points of plot, 3 per each. And then when you draw the line, mention the equation of the line and final answer compulsory on the rule sheet, therefore the solution are. Final answer is a must in graphical learning. So this graphical method can be asked in 2 ways. One as an activity. For a 2-mark question, only draw the table. Do not plot it. Second, a direct question. Graphical method, solve and get. Then next is the easier of this lesson, Kramer's rule. Now Kramer's rule normally it is asked as an activity for a 2-mark question or a 3-mark question. But here, very important, read the question carefully. Now, why to read the question carefully is the equation says A plus B is equal to 5. That means everything will be in terms of A, B, DA, DB by Kramer's rule. Final answer A, T and B. Do not be in a habitual of X and Y. If you write it X and Y, entire 0. So no matter you know the content, but read the question carefully. The next is about equation reduced to a linear equation. Now this topic, which you see in the textbook, it has only 4 sums. Exercise 1.4. And these 4 sums are important because normally a 3-mark question or a 4-mark question is asked on this. Again in this, there are 2 parts. First to substitute something and then you remember to resubstitute. And then final answer, therefore the solution is. Then coming towards the last part, that is word bubbles. Now, imagine the word bubble is based on perimeter of a rectangle. So perimeter of a rectangle, introduction. Let the length of the rectangle be x centimeter, unit compulsory. Then let the breadth of the rectangle be y centimeter. Then next is formula. Perimeter of a rectangle, 2 bracket LP. This you can start or you can write as a result. Then you proceed with 2 equations. You solve for x, you solve for y. Final answer in full statement. Now final answer very important. Full statement with the unit. If you do not write in full statement, half mark is released. Sometimes for final answer you will get 0 also because unit is not written or half part of the statement. So full statement. Therefore, the length of the rectangle is 10 centimeter and breadth of the rectangle is 20 centimeter. So is this clear for lesson number 1? Any doubt? Okay, now let's proceed to lesson number 2, Kisses quadratic equation. Now this lesson, okay, we have studied in 9th standard, some part is polynomials, continuing in class 10. Now here this lesson, it is divided as a 1-mark question, 2-mark question, 3-mark question, 4-mark question, all types. Because this is one of the lengthiest lesson of the textbook. Now 1 mark, what can say is for exercise 2.1. Find simple ones. Find the value of A, B and C. Now find the value of A, B and C. Now first statement compulsory on comparing it with the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Very important. 0 has a meaning. Is equal to 0. And then you take the equation. Therefore, A is equal to B is equal to C. So 1 mark question. Half mark for that statement, standard form. Half mark for A, B and C. 1 mark question. Now, in the same exercise of 2.1, one question is there, determine whether the given roots are. Say x is equal to 5. So here it has two parts, left hand side and right hand side. So left hand side you write it down, right hand side compulsory it is equal to 0. And then final answer you conclude. Therefore left hand side not equal to right hand side. X is equal to 5 is not the root. The word root is essential in this list. Then coming towards next other methods. We have three methods. What is factorization method, formula method, completing squares. Best easiest is factorization. Okay, 2-mark question fix. Then coming towards formula method. Now formula method again, this question can be asked as a direct question or as an activity for a 3-mark question. So here again introduction on comparing it with a standard form. The next is find the values of a, b and c. B square minus 4 is it? Formula, read the question carefully. If the question is in terms of y is equal to minus b plus or minus purple. Don't make a habit of x. You write x, half mark ready. Because examiners, monitors, they are very lenient. They like to give zeros very much. So we have to be very careful. Not to take any chance to give that. So these are some careless mistakes. And then final answer again, full sentence, therefore the roots are. X is equal to 6, y is equal to. So two methods, factorization, completing square, formula method. Third method is completing the square method. Now completing the square method, again there are two types. One is when the coefficient of the first term is 1 and when the coefficient is greater than 1. So if it is greater than 1, we divide the entire equation. Then you write a formula last term, again check the variable. And during the process, what you important is write the reason. Because there a formula identity gets created. A plus b the whole square or a minus b the whole square. Compulsory formula as a reason. And then you proceed, final answer. So these are the three methods to solve quadratic equation. The next is nature of roots. Now again, nature of roots, similar to formula method, it decides on b square minus 4c, whether it is positive, negative or equal to 0. Again here, when you write a nature, remember delta less than 0, delta greater than 0, delta is 0. This statement delta compulsory. If not written, half mark written. And then write the nature according to the value. The next is about, again in this topic of exercise 2.5, do the sums very well. That is for alpha square plus beta square, alpha cube plus beta cube. Again, this can be asked as an activity for 2-mark question or 3-mark question. The next is about word problem. Like linear equation, whatever rules, same here. Only one important thing is when we get two values of x, one is positive, second is negative. So discard the negative with the proper statement. Simple. If it is based on time, time cannot be negative. Therefore, x is equal to say minus 4, not x. Simple statement. And then write the final answer with the unit is a missed. And that was in full sentence. Therefore, the time required is so and so, seconds or minutes or hours. Check the heat. Clear lesson number 2? So let's proceed to lesson number 3. In short, it says AP. Now again, AP, 3 parts. Observe see. First part, it's very easier. Find D. Find whether the given sequence is in AP. So here again, introduction. What introduction? Simple. Like A be the first term, D the common term. Because the examiner or the moderator, we do not know what is A and B. So you are going to introduce yourself. What is A? What is D? Then proceed, symbol. If it says term, TN. If it says sum, SN. And then again practice sums for word problems. 3 consecutive terms, 4 consecutive terms, 5 consecutive terms. Sometimes opposite is given. Sn is given, you find n. Then again, if Tn value is given, you'd find L. And again, practice sums based on 2 lessons in this. Say T8, 25, T10, 42. Find A. So here first, we're going to do through Tn formula, get to equations, come back to linear equation, find A. So practice such type of sums. And very important is go through the solved example of each and every lesson. Very important. Sometimes a 4-mark question can be picked from the solved example because they are happening only for exercise. So go through the solved example very well. Then coming towards the next lesson, the best lesson of the textbook, which it is financial planning. How many of you like that lesson? Oh, many are here. But if you see financial planning, best is only simple problems you practice. Like GST payable, SKC CGST, brokerage, rate of return, and brokerage at every stage. Because sums are in the year, and remember everywhere to rupees. And again, go through the solved example very well of this lesson. So these are only the important things for this lesson. Because normally a 1-mark question, 2-mark question, 3-mark. And again, remember the dates. When was GST implemented? What is the state code of Maharashtra? Then again, how many alphanumeric alphabets are there? 50. State code of Maharashtra? 27. So 1-mark question on MCQ. So go through the notes for this lesson very well. Then next lesson is probability. It takes on your stress. And this lesson, it's had only one small formula list. P of A is equal to N of A about N of S. Only one formula in this lesson. Whenever you see this question, always go for it. Don't leave for optional. And sums are very peculiar for us. 1-mark question, 2-mark question, 3-mark question. Now what is 1-mark question? A dice thrown, 1-mark question. 2 dice are thrown, 2-mark question. 3-mark question, form a committee of 2 boys and 3 girls. Yes. Then next, in a pack of cards. Simple basic in a pack of cards. What? Red cards, white cards, picture cards. The next is again a coin is cost 1 coin, 2 coin, 3 coins. Next, form 2-digit numbers with a repetition, without repetition. And lastly, 3 red balls, 5 green balls, 4 white balls. Again in this, now how they will test. A die is thrown. Okay, find an even, it's a prime number. What are prime numbers? It starts with 1. How many of you agree with 1? 1 is not a prime number. It's either opposite. In 6th standard, you have studied that. So 1 is not a prime number. Remember, such type of question they were put. See, you know it. So where do you stay? 1 is not. It starts with 2. And opposite is, what are perfect square numbers? It starts with 4. Very good. All agree 4? Yes. No. 4 is what? 1 ones are? So it starts with 1. 2 twos are? 3 threes are? And proceed. See how they will test. Agree? So perfect square primes. Okay. And again, remember here, commas has a meaning. 1, comma 1, 1, comma 2. By mistake, you don't put a comma. What answer is the number? 12. So you get a, and remember curly brackets everywhere. Especially when you are using that example, 2 dice are thrown. That 6, comma 6 always comes in the corner. Remember the curly bracket. And formula, capital P, no small p. Okay. Probability of A is equal to N of A. N is small upon N of S. Got this lesson very well? Okay, coming towards the next lesson, statistics. Okay, it's the last lesson of the text. Again, this is a much better essay. Only they will draw and plot. Now, what to study in this lesson? First part. Now, basic 9th standard. Class mark, class width. This you have read in 9th standard, 1 mark question or LCP, general knowledge. Second is about methods. First method is about me. In me, 3 types: direct, assume me, step generation. Remember columns. Direct 4 column, then assume me 5 column, step deviation 6 column. And here, need not necessary, classes must be in condition. Not necessary. Only remember columns 4, 5, 6, and if you are using assume me, remember somewhere you write the value of it because for each and every child it differs. And again, direct method, assuming method can be asked as an activity for 2-mark question or 3-mark question. Then, coming towards median. Now, median, first thing, very important, classes must be in continuous. First. Second, how many columns called median? 3. What's the third column? Cumulative frequency. Less data. Do not write CA. CA means carry forward, not other. So full statement. Cumulative frequency less than type. And remember to add from top to down. Formula elaboration. What is L? What is N upon 2? CL, F, H, and solve. Final answer with the U. The next comes about after median mode. Same rule. Mode compulsory. Classes must be continuous. Formula elaboration. Final answer with the U. So this is about the basic. Me, median, mode. The next we go is about pie chart. Pie chart you are studying in algebra as well as in geography also. Sale rule. Again, pie chart, third color is very important. Measure of central area. And whatever answer you get, remember degrees. Degree not put, half marked. And somewhere you write the formula and draw it can be as a direct question or as an activity. The next is about histogram. Again, histogram, frequency polygon, same rule. First, classes must be in continuous. Second, if the classes does not begin with 0, what are you going to put? Kerygma. Kerygma important. Again, x-axis, y-axis. Scale, 2 scales, x and y. Then while plotting, histogram is like simple bar. Remember the footnote. Say number of farmers, day temperatures. So basic things. Again in frequency polygon we have polygon is always the midpoint or the plasma of each and every day. So with pencil and scale, draw it. No freehand, draw it with scale, no issue. Only whatever you have, it has to be crystal clear. Okay, now any doubt in algebra? Clear? Okay, so we move towards geometry. Okay, first lesson similarity. Okay, similarity again. 1-mark question, 2-mark question, 3-mark question, 4-mark question. Now, and if you see the theorems, it's only in lesson number 1, 2, and 3. Later on, both theorems done. Now, lesson number 1, it says exercise 1.1 basic. Whatever right from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Area of a triangle. Half into base in drawing. But here, as it says, ratio of areas means 2 things. When bases are equal or when heights are equal. So, such type of question you'll get for 1 mark or 2 mark. Then next, after that, it's very important theorem. Which theorem? BJT. Now, BPT, 3 types. BPT, 3 types. How it can be asked? 1, direct question. Statement is given, you are going to write everything. Figure given to prove and put. And remember, rule says for theorems, no figure, no marks. Straight away, 0. And again, the figure has to match whatever data. Triangle in ABC or the data in ABC. If triangle PQR, don't write in ABC. No. So, figure has to match the data. Then, next, it can be as an activity also. And if activity and theorem is not asked, one question based on that as a 2-mark question. So this theorem is very important, BPE. Next is property of angle bisected. Again, this theorem they will not ask, a 2-mark question can be asked on this. Then next comes area of similar triangle. Again, like DPT, a direct 4-mark question. Write the entire theorem. So practice very well for theorems. And how to practice? If textbook says ABC, you make it PQR and PMAX. Then next is test of similar track. Again, test you have studied in 8th and 9th, Sabre, SAS, SSS, AS 3. So, very, like if you see geometry, it's very precipitated, to the point we're supposed to write. So, this is all about lesson number 1. Lesson number 2, Pythagoras theorem. Again, Pythagoras theorem, learn the theorem. Same like you could a direct question or it can be asked as an activity. Then next is geometric mean, again a 2-mark question. Don't learn the proof. Only a sum can be asked as a this. And next is Apollonius theorem. Again Apollonius theorem, don't learn the theorem. But practice very well such questions for a 2-mark question or a 3-mark question. And again, if the entire base is given, you divide it into 2 because medial divides the segment into 2 equal half. So practice such type of stuff. And again, go through the solid example for Apollonius theorem. Lesson number 3, circle. Again, circle say 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's revise the textbook. One is first touching the circle outside and inside. So R2 plus R1 or R2 minus R1. 1-mark question. Now slowly we go for 2-mark question. 2-mark question, that is arcs of a circle. Minor arc, major arc, central angle, 2-mark question. Now slowly study 3-mark question. Inscribe angle theorem, then tangents. Then again here, theorem can be asked as a 2-mark question. Activity, that is tangent secant theorem, very important, cyclic quadrilateral. Textbook, it is given as an activity. If activity is not given, a direct question. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So slowly we can, and then again tangent secant practice very low for a 2-mark question. Again the secant external and internal also. Like probability stress free lesson, geometry construction. Best. But remember here for construction, be very thorough. One is again 2-mark, 3-mark, 4-mark. 2-mark question is what? Circle and a tangent, radius is given touching. 3-mark question without center, using the center. Then next is again, if you see the word tangents, perpendicular bisected inside or somewhere it is outside. And 4-mark question based on area of similar triangle. Triangle, again 3 parts, the last one. Concerted type of this given certain from points. Again here, remember whether it is fraction, proper fraction, improper fraction. Triangle inside or triangle outside. And again here, do not write steps of construction, not figure. But analysis, compulsory. Rough figure, compulsory. Arrows, compulsory. Arrows not written, up mark. Lesson number 5. Coordinate job. Again, this lesson, whenever some stick comes, go for it. Go for it because it's easier than you repeat. First is distance formula. Now, distance formula, 2-mark question, 3, 4. Now, if I say, decide whether the given figure is a parallelogram by distance formula. So, one part of the side, 4 times you do it, repetition. So, go for it. Then, next is section formula, 2-mark question, midpoint formula, 2-mark question, slope of a line, 3-mark question. Let's revise. Distance formula, 2-mark, 3-mark, 4-mark. Then section formula, externally, 2-mark. Midpoint, 1-mark, 2 marks, and cell break for me. So these are the basic things for coordinate geometry. Next is the second last lesson of the textbook, trigonometry. Again, in 9th standard, we have studied trigonometry, basic, 10th standard, upper level. And again, there are only 3 parts. One is the first one, trigonometric ratios. Find sine, cos, tan, level of the right angle pattern, or derive of identity. Both are along. Then next is trigonometric identities. 3 identities are given. Use that very well. And last is word problem. Now, for word problem again, figure compulsory. No figure, no marks. And for figure, they have to describe the figure very well. What is the height of the tower, height of the church, the bed angle of elevation, angle of depression, and then if you see some based on trigonometry, it's only based on tan and cot. So practice that very well, and again go through the solved exam. For trigonometry, revise your textbook. Textbook examples are quite enough for this list. The big was the last lesson, mensuration. Now mensuration is studying right from 8th standard, 9th standard. So what is in 10th standard? What to study in 10th standard? What you have done earlier? Revision. 10th standard you focus on sphere. Focus on hemisphere. Because that's new in 10th standard. Surface area and volume. And remember unit. Surface area always in terms of square. Volume always in terms of cube. Then again a new topic, frustum. Go through very well those kinds. And again in this, especially for a 4.5 question, collaboration of 3 figures. A long test tube is given, a cone in front, and a hemisphere there, collaboration of all 3. Then again area of a sector, area of a segment. 2-mark question, 3-mark question. Then length of the R as a 2-mark question. So these are the basic. So don't take much of tension. Maths, phobia, take it up. So what I said, every day we have 1 hour practice. It's quite enough. So revise the textbook very, very well. Don't take tension of the 11 marks. But be practical for 29 marks. And again, important thing is, very important is time management. So time management as it is for 2 hours. Try to complete your paper thing at around 100 minutes. So 20 minutes, go through the paper very well. Because for maths paper, supplements are required of more. Again, you have to paste all the monograph. First page, very much band plus number of supplements. Tie the supplement correctly. Because graph is a supplement, again attach that very carefully, peacefully. And when all this happens, when you are well confident. When you are confident, when you are studied very well. When you are studied very well, when the environment is cool and perceived. And for this, we should also thank the parents' support always. Positive as well as music.
Thank you so much. The last line was very much impressive. The environment should be cool. I think it is getting colder. So I'm sure all of you are going to play 100%. It's a small elevation from Paul sir, and I know it's beyond the more difficult, Mansoor, beyond. Thank you so much.